What's going on, y'all? It's Money back with another episode of Mondays with Money, and I'm back to the dating stuff. I'm back onto the dating stuff, and one big thing I wanted to talk about today is what we're being taught really benefiting us? Like, is the conventional knowledge that we're getting in terms of dating and how to get women and like whatever we're being told, whatever is the general consensus of how to get women, is that working? Should be an easy answer. No. Everyone has been saying that the dating pool is getting worse. Things are getting worse. You know, there's this whole sassy men thing going on. Yada, yada, yada. All the conventional knowledge about dating is garbage. Garbage. And why do you know it's garbage? The male loneliness epidemic. All these things are just piling up. Everything seems to be getting worse in the dating field. And yet we're still sticking to the mantras that we've always been taught. One of the big issues actually that I saw, one dude was talking about this earlier, and it really hit home because I've mentioned it before in the No More Mr. Nice Guy book when I was doing that for my reading with a real nigga. A lot of men nowadays are being raised by women. Men are taking less responsibility for their children and in the homes and leaving out and doing God knows what, just making more kids and leaving them to be raised by women. And there's nothing wrong with a woman raising a man, but the thing is, these men are raised by women who hate men. These are the same women who are buying into the mantras that feminism is starting to preach and saying that, oh, all men are evil, all men are bad. And it's only being reinforced by the fact that these women are getting knocked up by dudes who are leaving out the door once they find out that this woman is pregnant. So a man is getting raised by a woman who hates men. She is constructing that man into the same type of man that she wouldn't want to be with. Right? She wants you to be everything different than what your father was. Everything that got her to the point where she was like, oh, let me get this man some pussy. She wants you to be everything opposite of that. Now, think about it. All these women, right? They're letting men get into them, having these kids, getting pregnant, right? And now they want the men to be different from that. All the traits that attracted that woman to that man and led to the point of conception, they want their child not to express those same things. Now, it's not a carbon copy. It's not a one of one. You don't want to be the exact same person because obviously that man wasn't taking responsibility for what he should have, which was the family that he started once he decided to let off in that girl. He didn't have that responsibility trait inside of him. He wasn't willing to do that. He wasn't willing to stand on the actions that he had already put forth into the world. He wasn't ready to do that. He wasn't ready to start that family. He didn't have that responsibility in him. So obviously you don't want to be a carbon copy of him in a sense, but a lot of these guys are growing up hating their dad because they think that he's just some animal, some monster, some beast because of the picture that their mom is painting for them. So men are always grown up to be women pleasers. They're shown to be so nice, so loving, so caring, so Gucci goo. But that's not what's getting women attracted to men. It is not. Think about what I just said about the whole nice guy epidemic, the male loneliness epidemic, the whole sassy men thing. Men are starting to act more like women. Why are they starting to act more like women? They're being raised by them. How do you think a woman is supposed to teach a man how to get a woman? How do you think a woman is supposed to teach a man how to get a woman? People have no clue. We as a people have no clue what attracts us in certain people. We only know what we think. Attraction is purely unconscious. We only know what we think we know. But biologically, we cannot deny attraction. All we have to do is for men, all we have to do is turn our head, and we're going to know in half a second whether or not we like the girl. Less than half a second. For women, it is different because they like men for different qualities as opposed to just attraction. But attraction obviously can get you in the door. But either way, we have no conscious discernment of who we're attracted to and who we're not. We can see the issue here. The issue here is that you can blame whoever you want. Blame the mothers, blame the fathers, blame whoever you want. Me as a man, am putting more blame on the fathers. More blame on these dudes who are going out here unstrapped, letting off in women, and not taking care of the child that they had a part in conceiving. That's not player, dog. That's not player. If you are not ready to take care of a child and not ready to start a family with this woman that you better get your rocks off with, dog, slap that thing on, bro. Slap that thing on. Slap that thing on, man. Because it's not helping. We have no fathers in homes anymore. The fathers are no longer in homes, resulting in men being raised by women. And like I said, it's not that women can't raise a man, but a woman shouldn't be the only person raising a man. Because she doesn't know how to be a man. She doesn't know what it is to be in a male's body and to go through what a male experiences and how a male views the world. She's seeing it through a woman's lens. And that is not beneficial. You can see it in society how badly that's turned out for us. We got to do better, fellas. We simply got to do better. We simply have to do better. And I know I started at conventional wisdom with all of this, but think about everything you've been taught about dating and the dating world and things you should do for a woman and how much you should care for her, and stop doing that. Stop. Hey, call me crazy. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. And see what differences you see in your life and in the dating realm. There's so many things to break down and so many things to get into. I hope I wasn't too general with everything that I was talking about, and maybe I can get deeper into it. I want to start taking notes and really start honing in on the things that I want to say. But for right now, that's what I got, dog. That's what I got. That's all off the dome, off the head. But yeah, so I've spoken on it before, man, but we gotta take more responsibility. And if you're one of the men who was raised in a single woman, if you're one of the men who was raised by a woman, I'm one of them. We're both here, dog. We both here, dog. We are both here. We got to start becoming men again. It's simple as that. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll catch y'all next week. Happy Monday.
Why did we wait for this, baby? Wasting our time with some people that wasted our time, and we value the time that we spend. Why we settle for wasting it, baby? Back in college, they told us that we should just see what we got in each other. Had so many chances. Why wasn't we taking them, baby? But fuck it, we here. It's a couple years later, but now that